Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Thursday, February 19th, 2026. I am your presenter, Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Pursuant to Section 9 of the Special Sustainability Zones Authorization Act 2025, the federal government of St. Christopher and Nevis has initiated an independent oversight body to receive and review the application by the developers of the proposed Destiny Special Sustainability Zone in Nevis. According to the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, the application with supporting documents was formally submitted by the Nevis Island Administration Cabinet to the Federal Cabinet on January 29, 2026. The statutory independent oversight body is distinct from and operates independently of the Prime Minister's Ad Hoc Advisory Committee, currently reviewing the legislative framework of the Act. While the Ad Hoc Committee is examining the structure and safeguards of the legislation itself, the independent oversight body has been established specifically to conduct a structured, evidence-based review of the Destiny application currently before the Federal Cabinet. In accordance with the Act, the independent oversight body's mandate is to examine the application and provide written opinions to the Federal Cabinet on matters including compliance with the mandatory statutory prerequisites, the developer's financial, organizational, and technical capacity, economic projections, governance implications, environmental and fiscal risk exposure, and alignment with the Sustainable Island State Agenda. The Department of Community Development says it was a pleasure for its team to show appreciation to former staff members on Friday, February 13th. The department presented tokens to Reverend Othniel Daly, former Community Development Officer for St. Paul's Parish, Crefton Miko Warner, former manager of the Cotton Ground Community Center, Sonia Nisbet, former manager of the Cotton Ground Community Center, Patrick Brandy, former driver for the Department of Community Development, Juliet Claxton, former manager of the Alberta Payne Community Center, Alexa Lawrence, former manager of the Barnscott Community Center, Greta Claxton, former Community Development Officer for St. James Parish, Cordelia Brown, former manager of the Butlers Community Center, Elmida Brooks, former manager of the Charles L. Walters Community Center, and Veronica Brandy, former manager of the Pond Hill Community Center. The staff of the Department of Community Development says seeing the genuine surprise and joy on their faces made the occasion truly special. The department thanks the former staff members for their contributions to community development, saying even though they are no longer with the department officially, they are still considered part of the family. Their contributions and friendships remain deeply valued. Still to come.
On the next episode of Hometowns, join us for part 2 of our Nevis series as we step into the present and take a look at the island today.
The details after this break.
Greetings, everyone. I am the Honorable Spencer Brand, Minister with responsibility for communications, public works, water services, physical planning and environment, disaster management, post and labor in the Nevis Island Administration. I am indeed delighted to offer congratulations to the Nevis International Financial Services industry. Government revenue generated from this industry has made significant contribution to the development of our island over the past 4 decades, and we expect that the revenue will continue to ensure that our island continue to develop. Infrastructure such as roads, electricity, and water have seen remarkable improvement over the last 4 decades. I wish to embrace the success of the Nevis International Financial Services industry, which has redounded to the success of the livelihoods of the people of Nevis. Happy 40th anniversary and congratulations.
Welcome back. All are invited to an event which will see students in Nevis celebrating Black excellence and Caribbean heritage. The combined schools Black History Month concert will be hosted by the Department of Education. We spoke with Education Officer Chinella Joseph Nisbet, who gave us these details.
This is the first of its kind, and we're very excited to reveal it to the public. We're inviting everyone to come on out on the 21st of February at 7 p.m. We're at the Nevis Performing Arts Center. Now, when you get there, be prepared to see our primary, and secondary schools live, showing you their best. Now, we thought that this was a wonderful opportunity to have our students showcase how talented they are.
One of the highlights of the event will be an Icons Spotlight.
You are going to see living icons, and we'll be able to give them their flowers while they're able to receive them. Persons who are famous for bringing certain artistic genres to life in Nevis, even persons who are instrumental in Culturama, becoming Culturama, some of those persons will be featured on that night. And just as a teaser, we all know the song Nevis Nice? Yes. So maybe we'll see the originator of that song. So again, I'm encouraging you on behalf of the Department of Education to come on out on the 21st of February to see our children display their wonderful talent and remind us of our heritage and celebrate our history. We have the evening themed as Rooted in Africa, Rising in Excellence. You don't want to miss it. There is a cost attached, but it's worth it. We are asking for $20 for adults and $10 for all school-age children. It's worth it. The items are wonderful, and you'll be so upset if somebody had to tell you about it. So don't miss it.
Persons attending the concert are urged to join in the celebration of Black history by donning their African traditional wear. This evening, Thursday, February 19th, U.S.-based Public Broadcasting Service, PBS, Appalachia, Virginia, will feature part 2 of its Nevis series. The special explores the culture, history, and modern identity of the island of Nevis.
PBS's Appalachia's production team brought its signature storytelling approach to Nevis for the first time. The Nevis episodes will reflect the spirit of hometowns, exploring where a community comes from, what keeps its people rooted there. The series typically features towns across Virginia, but Nevis is the first international location in its history. You will be able to stream the episode from Nevis and abroad on the free PBS app, on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, and smart devices, on PBS Passport, on PBS Appalachia website and social channels. Please do not miss it. You may see yourself on film.
On the next episode of Hometowns, join us for part 2 of our Nevis series as we step into the present and take a look at the island today. From who works here and who invests here to who protects the island and who gets to decide what happens next. From dive masters and rum shops to 5-star resorts, this is a small island making big decisions.
Part 1 of the Nevis series of Hometowns aired on February 5th. The episode focused on where Nevis came from and how the island has operated, endured, and evolved over centuries. And that's how we end this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.